Yo, what up, guys? I'm just gonna dive right into it, man. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. So, I got some latest and greatest news out here in these gaming streets. And you know what? I really feel like thanks to greedy, grimy, scheming Sony, a lot of this stuff have gotten stirred up. And let me tell you why. Over there in UK, word have got back that they're not really too thrilled about the whole Call of Duty Activision deal from Xbox. So it has to go through all of these guidelines and restrictions, and they have to pass in every last country to say to give the okay, hey, this right here is a good deal for Xbox and Activision Blizzard to acquire Call of Duty to be on Game Pass. But from some odd reason, UK don't like the deal. They're saying pretty much it's anti-competitive. Basically, they're saying it could possibly be a monopoly because other people won't be able to compete. Now, doesn't those words around that same guideline sound like somebody that took a trip to Brazil to pretty much try to stop the deal as well? I'm just saying, I'm not saying that's what it is, but it sounds real familiar from someone that kind of went to Brazil and tried to stop the Activision Blizzard deal from pretty much saying the same thing, anti-competitive. We can't create a game that can pretty much rival Call of Duty. We don't want to even try to attempt to build a AAA banger first person shooter game, multiplayer, multi-plat shooting game. Pretty much is going to be locked down exclusive. Even if they do have someone to pretty much acquire the deal, they're still going to have someone pretty much lock it down just to PlayStation ecosystem, and they maybe put it on PC, and get some of that Microsoft money. It just seemed real fishy and shady, with this kind of these accusations that's being made and brought up against Microsoft as their basically competitive after, Uncle Phil over there at Xbox pretty much told them that they're not going to pull Call of Duty off of PlayStation. PlayStation is still going to have it. And Sony went crying to the courts down there in Brazil trying to get everybody and their mama to stop the deal. So I'm thinking, okay, UK, are you tag teaming with Sony to stop this deal? Or is it maybe because Sony raised the price on the PS5 and they didn't raise it pretty much in the USA, so now they kind of have a little favoritism towards US, and that kind of brought that smoke. They kind of got a little beef with the US because of that now. So they think maybe the US have a deal with Sony, which is they do, but not that type of deal. I don't think. At least I don't think that's what's going on. At least the word haven't got back to me saying, the US and Sony have something under the table done. But then again, you never know. It's Sony. So you never know. It's Sony. Sony at this point, I don't put nothing past them. That is the most grimiest company I've ever seen in my life. They don't have any cutoff. They don't have any limit. They are not scared to lose to make money. They're not scared to get a bad name to get money. They're not scared to be in the media and have bad press to get money. They're not scared. They are fearless. Sony is fearless. Now that's one thing I will give them. They are fearless. They don't have one scared bone in their body when it comes to money. They will do anything to get that bag. Like I said before, Sony is the worst managing company I ever seen in my life, but they are some billionaire thugs. They love to bully people. They love to push everyone's buttons. They love to see how far they can go. If you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. But like I said before, with great power comes great responsibility. Something Sony don't have. They don't like to take nothing accountable. They always love to point the finger at every other business in the world, especially if you're in the gaming market, because they feel like PlayStation is our bread and butter, but we can do what we please because we built up our status so high. Now we can't do anything wrong. No company or no one in the gaming community can deny that they have brought us over the years AAA bangers after AAA bangers again and again. Story driven adventure type games that no one else can do. No one else can duplicate unless it's a multi-plat game. If it's a multi-plat game and it comes out on everything, that's the only way. But other than that, if it's a single, if it's like a pretty much exclusive to PlayStation, a story-driven game. Now, Xbox, don't get me wrong, they're in the right direction. They have two of those standalone story-driven bangers and Hellblade, on Xbox. That's the closest that it came to me that I seen that can kind of tamper with, the exclusives that is on PlayStation, which is about time, right? I mean, they took how many years, so I'm not saying that I don't have smoke with them on that end, but I still love my Game Pass, just like I still love my PlayStation Plus Premium on PC. I still rep PC gaming because that's just where I choose to play. I still love PlayStation, but I don't like Sony, the company. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't like the way they do business because of all of the years that they gave us so many AAA bangers to come down to this, to start letting the world see how greedy and grimy and manipulating and backstabbing they are. They're using and abusing their own fan base. And I'm sorry, but I really have an issue with that. I mean, we can agree to disagree. Maybe you feel different. Hey, you're entitled to feel how you want to feel, but I am too. And this is just my story, how I feel in my opinion, and I'm just a messenger. So I just don't know the deal that pretty much the UK is pretty much bringing about. Like, what are they trying to say? You trying to say that Xbox is anti-competitive? Basically, if they do this deal with Call of Duty, no one else in the market, including Nintendo, can compete. That's pretty much what you're saying in so many words, but they're not really saying it like that. They're trying to say it in like a third person voice, like trying to say it like an echo, like, the person in the back of the room, you really can't hear them that good because they're too far away. But they want to get their point across because they really don't want to get in the way of the deal. But at the same time, they're trying to wonder, why did they not hike the price up? Why did they not have a price hike on the PS5 in the US and everywhere else did? You're talking about inflation, but it doesn't count in the US. So they can stay the same. So it must be some backdoor exclusive deal, greedy, grimy, scheming stuff going on between Sony and the market, or something is going on. What is the reason why it did not go up? Are they scared? Are they really scared that because of Xbox, we have Xbox here, and they feel like that would damage the brand here and no one would support it as much? They still are going to buy like hotcakes, but just not as much as they're going to rock with pretty much Xbox Game Pass. And that kind of made me feel some type of way, like not my foreign brothers. I can't believe I'm in disbelief with this story. I hope no one's really jumping to conclusions and trying to spin the narrative off of Sony for hiking up the price like they always do. Like I said, this is what they do. They are drama queens up there at Sony front office. We know those lying, scheming, dirty dogs, shady dogs up there at Sony don't care about their own fan base. They've been stealing from them for years, dogging them out, telling them where they can go, and you know what I'm talking about. They don't care about their own fan base. Okay, So that is just a sad thing right there. They're leaving exclusives off of PS4 for crying out loud, sending them to PC. You're leaving 100+ million people in the dust, throwing them under the bus, throwing 100 million people plus million. Now you can say about 130 to 40 million if you're adding on PCs and PS5s now. So now you're leaving 100 million plus people behind over greed because you can make a quick dollar, a quick hustle by just throwing it on PC in a few months. Instead of begging PS4 people to rebuy a game, they're pretty much double dipping. Okay. Okay. That's what we doing? Okay, Sony, that's what we doing? You're pretty much using your own fan base. You're trying to use stuff against your own fan base, bro, by doing a price hike, and don't do it in the US, and you know that was gonna create a big issue. Drama queen up there at Sony. Uncle Jim over there at Sony knows what he's doing. Everything is to manipulate the whole gaming community. If they can spin the narrative, if they can just, like I said, if they can point the finger and throw it on somebody else by doing a price hike, and everybody turns their head and blames the US. Oh, well, why haven't it been price hiked here? Because I have been in these gaming streets looking at so many blogs and vlogs and trying to figure out the same thing my foreign brothers and sisters have been trying to figure out. Why? And the only thing I can come back with is either a shady under the table deal was done, or they feel like we really don't need to do that because we're going to hurt our own brand here, because they have Xbox standing behind it with Game Pass and it is selling like hotcakes. Those Decepticons do not care about you guys, okay? I know it's hard to hear as a diehard Sony pony, a diehard Sony fan, just a fan of PlayStation, period. That is hard to take in. That is really hard to hear about you finding out the truth about somebody that you're like, nah, I'm in denial, man. I'm so in denial. It's like some people are brainwashed to the truth, but it's in the media. These are not made up stories. This is what's really going down in these gaming streets. This stuff is not made up, yo. Like, you can go look all of this stuff up that I talk about, bruh. The blocking deal, blocking rights. Now, what makes you lead to believe that Sony won't do an under the table deal to create this drama to take the attention off of them completely? You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, cool. If I do a price hike across every other country except US, everyone, that is going to create a problem. And I'm going to leave it right there, guys. Make sure you guys smash that like, that subscribe button, click that notification bell so you can get notified on all of the new latest and greatest news out here in these gaming streets. And peace.